Hello, and welcome back to another very belated vlog. Now, as many of you are probably aware, or, the 10 people that actually watch these, my vlogs aren't very consistent. And this has been mainly due to the fact that I haven't had a very good camera. As you can notice, slightly HD now, and, if I had any sort of technical knowledge at all, I'd add some, sparkles here. So my fingers are going to be the sparkles, ready? Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. So yeah, I hope everyone's had a good Christmas and Happy New Year, for that's coming up in 2 days? 2 days, I think. Yeah, 2 days, Wednesday. There's a lot of worries about sort of 2015. That's a very big number. Halfway to 2030, that's crazy. And, most people take New Year as a pleasant thing. No, I don't mean to sound like that negative guy that's like, oh, New Year's terrible, it means we're one age closer to dying. Which technically I am. In January, 18, now I've had technical skill, party pops, pss, 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 maybe some smooth jazz. Do the hustle! Yeah, I'm gonna stop that. So, New Year, that's a scary thing. If you're my age, 17, soon to be 18, fun fact. If you're my age, you know that this upcoming sort of term length, this stretch of the year, this one coming up, that's going to be a scary one. We've got last year exams, unless you're taking a third year, and we've got the whole UCAS thing and the whole university application thing. Now that's just scary in general. So everyone else is like, yeah, whoop whoop, 2015 gonna be my year, gonna meet Mrs. Smith, because everyone's called Smith in the UK. How impeccably British. Oh. And pretty much, that's just a big thing. Like, I've applied to different universities, but UCAS was a pain in the ass. Not gonna lie, that was a horrible, horrible feeling, and I don't know if many other people can relate. But this big step, I mean, I'm close to being 18, but I don't feel mature as a person, in the sense that I still collect a lot of Final Fantasy merchandise. And it's this sort of, I don't feel mature yet, that actually scares me and slightly puts me off going to university. Now, I know university is not for everyone, but for what I want to do personally, slight little bit of about me info here. It's a difficult thing because I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. This being the rock and this being the hard place. And now they're hand puppets. Check that out. I know that if you're around my age, you'll be able to possibly relate to this. Now, how do I combat that? Or how do you combat that? This video is sort of how I am dealt with the issue. Firstly, don't get stressed. Stress is terrible, and I'm waving a pen around like a wand. Or a penis. But stress is terrible, and there's no point going, oh, I haven't got my UCAS application in on time, oh, I'm never going to meet the January deadline, oh, why do I sound like I'm straining all the time? There's no point in that. There's no point in actually stressing about it. So try, I know it's difficult, and keep calm and carry on. What a terrible British stereotype. Oh, there goes the pinky again. I mean, try and relax, listen to tunes that make you feel good, do some art. Art's always fun and expressionable. Is that a word? To the Oxford! Newsflash, expressionable is not a word, so don't go try and place that in Scrabble, because you won't get any points for it. But seriously, I mean, it's a difficult time around this sort of period, so that's why, me personally, I'm not overly psyched for 2015, or probably 2016 or 2017, because I'm scared of growing up. Now, I don't know if everyone else feels like this around this sort of age bracket, or maybe, even older people, like 30 or 40, they're still scared of growing up, and that step, what's next? And I think that fear of unknowing, that's actually stronger than what we all like to make out it is. But there's no point stressing over it, because what's stressing going to do, really? Other than maybe put you on edge and be like, oh, jeepers. Who the hell says jeepers? Who does that? But, I'm sure you can see my point. But other than that, I mean, everything's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. College is starting again, and to be honest, I'm getting kind of bored with the Christmas period, and every festive period in general, to be honest. Other than Halloween, avid fan of Halloween, and the movies. The movies were good of Halloween. Check them out if you haven't. Unless you're 15, because I believe they're an 18. To IMDb! From what I can find, Halloween's an 18, so if you're 15, don't go watching Halloween, it's terrible. terribly scary. But no, I mean, it is a terrifying sort of time for anyone. I mean, we're worried about everything else, and everything seems to be bubbling up. I mean, you know, personally, I have 2 jobs. People might have more than that around my age range, but I find that really difficult to upkeep. And then there's sort of social life, which I don't.
What you say?
I mean, that's fine. I don't really enjoy people's company anyway. Oops. Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at with this whole stage, I think, of life. That's difficult in the sense that I'm the only second person to be going to university other than one of my cousins, and if he's watching this, hey cuz, have a good one. I think that's where I'm going to leave this vlog. You know, so if you have got any personal experiences or any advice you'd like to pass on to any other sort of viewers, which they can go, oh right, actually it's not that bad, like, oh no swirlies happen, which I'd quite like to know. So if someone could get back to me about that, I'd really appreciate it. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave you, you know, for a little bit of food for thought over the week, from Still Rockin', Tom Jones' biography. Ready? My name's Tom Jones. Have a good one, guys.